live. Okay. And I welcome everyone. We're going to get started here momentarily. I want everyone to come on in. Tonight is going to be something spectacular. You do not want to miss it. So I welcome each and every one of you. We're going to get controls of all of the social media. And we just want to invite everyone that's on Facebook in our Healing Broken Hearts group to join us. And of course, everyone that is on our Zoom, we welcome you as well. We welcome you. And we are just getting ready to start. I'm so excited about tonight. So come on in, go ahead and grab a seat and invite some people to join us. Just pulling up here, pulling up some information. Welcome. Hello. I'm so happy that you're joining us on tonight for this live. Just come on in. Tonight is going to be something spectacular. It's something that's needed. And we're going to get it started. Just need to get set here. Make this a little bit bigger. So I'm excited about tonight. I'm going to be sharing some things, and I really wanted to make sure those that are just joining us by Zoom, that you're able to see everything. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we are so excited. All my ladies, all my queen survivors, kudos and hats off to you. Tonight is especially special for you. So thank you for joining us on tonight. And we are here to inspire you. I'm here to encourage you and motivate. That's what we need. Motivate. We got to get it right. We got to get it going. And so tonight is the night, the start of something special, the start of what needs to be going on and happening. And I know there's a lot going on in the world, a lot going on in the news. Oh my goodness. But tonight is just a special time just set aside to get this information. Today is the 29th. So you realize that it's going to be May. It's going to be May 1st in a couple of days. How about that? May 1st, we've already finished out the first quarter of the year. And now we're 1 month into this. We're going into the second month of the second quarter. So that means we got 60 days. Somebody say 60 days. 60 days before the second quarter ends. And I know if you're anything like me, you got some goals and you got some things you want to reach, but we're going to talk about that on tonight. So go ahead and invite as many people as you can to come on into this live. We want to get going. And have invited a few folks. And so I have people that are on our YouTube live. I have people who are on our Zoom. And I thank God for all of you. And I have people that are in this group here on Facebook. So this will be the designated spot for this information on tonight. And so we're about ready to get started in another few minutes. Just want to give people a few more minutes to get here. Get you some pencil and paper. Get a pen, get a pad, get something to write with, because I'm telling you, you do not want to miss what's going to be shared on tonight. Tonight. So some of you, some parts you will be able to hear. And some parts you'll be able to see, because those that are on Facebook, if I play something off of the YouTube, then you won't be able to necessarily see it. But I'll just wait and hold off and play that insert at the end. Yeah, I'll do it like that. So we're good. We're all good. All right, we are live, and so the time is now 8:54, so we have about 6 minutes before we get started, and I don't want to rush anything. Just ask that you come on in, get you a snack or whatever, get you something to drink. Matter of fact, I'm going to get me some water. Let me get my water. Yeah. Get my water. My water. All right. Making sure, wanted to make sure that the door is locked. And let me tell you, in this day and time, it's all about information and growth. So if you ain't about growth and getting you some good old information, I don't know what to tell you, but jump on board, because we are going for a ride tonight. We're gonna have a good time, and this is gonna be the best time that you've invested in your day. I hope everyone's doing good. How was your day? How did you do today? How was work if you go to work? How was school if you go to school? How you doing? My day has been productive. I've been working away. I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. Who else is always busy? If you're anything like me, you're always busy, always doing something. So, yes, that's me. I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. But guess what? I gets it done. So, that's the main thing, right? That we getting it done. All right. So, I'm excited on tonight. Um, just want to do a little housekeeping as we're waiting. We got 4 more minutes. Just want to say, get you a pen, paper, get you something to write with. If you need to record, whatever you need to do. But there is somebody that needs to hear this message, this information, and I want to bless you. I am V. Michelle. I'm V. Michelle, and it's my pleasure. I am not a licensed therapist at all. I am just a woman who have gone through some things, that want to share some things, and I'm absolutely motivated to help as many people as I can, especially women who have survived heartbreak, women who have survived domestic violence. As you Those who do know me know that I am a domestic violence survivor, single mom, and I love the Lord, and so I love people, and so I'm just so excited to be given this platform to share. I know some will be on live and some will come on later. So however way you get it, may the Lord bless you, and may this meet the need that you have, so that you can fulfill your destiny. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Hey, come on in. Come on in. We're on YouTube and Facebook Live, and we're on the Zoom. So I'm excited. And we're doing the Facebook Live inside of the Healing Broken Hearts group page on tonight. And we want the people in the group and outside of the group to be able to replay this at any time. So yeah, get excited, get excited, get excited. We got 2 minutes and we're going to go ahead and get started. Get you something to write with. I mean, there's going to be some nuggets in here, something that's going to hit the nail on the head for you. So invite as many people as you can. Go ahead and share this live, share it on YouTube, share it on Facebook, send the Zoom link to someone. We want you to be able to replay this even after we have finished. So welcome each and every one of you, and we're about to get started. I'm telling you, we got just a lot to cover on tonight, but we're gonna try to keep it within a timely fashion. I know that in Central Standard Time, it's almost 8 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock. So all my people that are on the West Coast, you probably then you would be about 6 o'clock. You might just be getting off from work, but thank you for taking the time to tune in now or to replay it later. So share this as much as you can, as much as possible. So we want to talk tonight about results, being motivated for results. And so at some point, you must face the reality that you need help. I know I had to face it. Most of us have to face that fact that, you know, where we're trying to go, we don't have all the information, necessary tools or resources to get there. So what? We're going to need what? Help. So that's what tonight is all about. We're helpers one to another. And just trying to, okay. So that, because on YouTube, it looks like it's getting me from the neck up. And on Facebook, it looks like it's getting my whole top. So it's a little uneven on YouTube, but it's okay. As long as my face can be seen, we're good to go. So at some point, you must face the reality that you need help. And there's so much that has happened in your life that has kept you in bondage, in the bondage of fear and unbelief. These are the two biggest killers that's going on in our lives right now: fear and unbelief. And I know that somebody has dealt with it. I know some of you have dealt with it because I've dealt with it. When we're all created for greatness. And so when you're created for greatness, of course, you know, the enemy is going to come to steal, kill, and destroy whatever greatness that, you know, before you can even get started, before you can even believe in yourself, he wants to bring doubt, unbelief, and fear. But the devil is a liar on today, because you're going to be set free. And but I believe that you're here listening to what I'm saying because God has touched your heart to be here. And not only has God touched your heart, but there's something inside of you that is crying out, saying, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better life. There's got to be a better me. And if you be honest, you've dreamed about having an above average life. Talking about those who want an above average life. I mean, some people want a car, but you want a nice car, a luxury car. Some people want a house, but you want a custom made, a specific type of house. You see what I'm saying? Some people want shoes, but you want red bottoms, or you want nice leather shoes. You see what I'm saying? So this message on tonight, this is to motivate those who want an above average life. And if that's you, you're in the right place. Now, if you have no desire for an above average life, then this is not the place for you. And no hard feelings, nothing personal, no love lost. But if you do not want an above average life, then this probably would not be the place for you on today. And so, but if you are here because you want a better life, an above average life, then this is for you. And want to start with the first principle. The first principle that you must teach yourself And I had to do it. And every successful person had to do this. The first thing you must teach yourself is that in order to have an above average life, then you must have an above average work ethic. Yeah. And it's rough. It's rough. That means, while everybody else is, watching Power and chewing bonbons and going out to eat and taking naps and hanging out with friends and just shooting the breeze, you got to be working. It's a hard thing sometimes. And I know because I have to do it. And I know because it's never something that you'll be perfect in. I mean, it's just something that you get better and better at. So, we'll never be perfect by no means, but it's some things that begin to be better and better and better at. So, so the first principle in having the above average life is that we need an above average work life, work ethic. Um, you know, I've known people that didn't have a work ethic at all. You know, they get a job today, they quit it tomorrow. You know, they got a job, they've been waiting on a job, and then they it's like you couldn't get them to go to bed before they started the job. But now that they got the job, you can't get them to wake up. But before they started the job, you couldn't get them to go to sleep. But now that they got the job, they sleeping all the time, can't wake up on time, can't be on time for nothing. Isn't that something? How human nature works. That we could be so backwards and not even realize it subconsciously that we're just so not in tune to what's happening, what we're going through. But that all changes once we become aware and we get enlightened. And that's what tonight is all about. But this above average work ethic, it comes from having a winner's mentality. Write that down. Winner's mentality. I have something written on my wall here. Until you develop a winner's mentality, you'll never truly get what you want. Wow. Until you develop a winner's mentality, you'll never truly get what you want. And that's like the law of attraction. That means, the Bible talks about so a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Well, everything that's in you attracts everything that's around you or makes it stay. So you can have a stick and stay mentality, stick in the mud mentality with negativity, with the loser's mentality, and that means you'll never get what you're wanting out of life. So a winner's mentality is what you need in order to develop an above average work ethic, right? But a winner's mentality doesn't just happen. But it happens as you do several things. You have to read books, attend workshops, listen to motivational speaking like tonight, have coaches and mentors all around you, feeding your mind and your spirit, because everything else before that point that's been feeding you, things on the TV, things on the radio, things you see, things that you hear, things that happen around you. You have to begin to develop a different mentality. It's called this winner's mentality, but it comes from the books that you read, the things that you hear, the speeches and the workshops that you attend, the people that coach you, that give you accountability, that reels you in, that keeps you motivated, that keeps you on track. When you're going to the right, they're keeping you, telling you, no, stay on the left. When you're going wrong, they're telling you, no, go right. That's how you begin to develop this winning mentality. And a winner's mentality is developed by listening, then taking action. So it's not just about listening. It's about taking action too. So until you develop a winner's mentality, you'll never truly get what you want. And I have that written on my wall. Until you develop a winner's mentality, you'll never truly get what you want. So it's time to reset. I call it reset. Make 2021 your year of reset. I came into the new year saying year of release, because there are some things that we have to release before we can even reset. But make this year your year of reset. And if you have not already reset, it's time to reset. If you have not already reset, it's time to reset. If you have not already changed your direction into the winning mentality and the path that you desire to go, towards the goals that you want to reach, now is the time. Now is the time to reset. And you know, all of those vision board parties and the vision board you made, you know what that is? Those are your goals. I got some up here. With a goal, you get what you want. Without a goal, you get what you get. Did you hear that? With a goal, you get what you want. Without a goal, you just get what you get. That's kind of risque, you know. Kudos to the ones that are listening to me right now, and you've set goals for yourself. You know, it's very important to set goals so that you get what you want. How do you know where you're going if there's no compass, if there's no plan? So I believe someone said it like this: if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So winners have vision, and that means winners have a plan. A vision is a plan. A vision board is your plans laid out. Even to start a business, they tell you to write out a business plan. How do you know how you want things to operate? How do you know where you're going if you don't have a plan? Because to a successful person, they take their plan and then they work backwards. This is where you want to get to. This is where you want to go, but you work backwards and you figure out how to get there. And that's what a plan allows you to do. And I'm not going to lie and tell you that it's going to be easy, because it's not. I mean, you'll have periods and seasons that, things are flowing pretty good, but then you're going to have seasons where it's tough. There's challenges, there's opposition. Oh, it's going to be opposition. Trust and believe me, because I've been there where, trying to get going, trying to get something done, and there's always something. There's something going on with a child, or it's something going on in a relationship, or it's something going on with a bill, or it's something going on at the job. Something going on with a family member. It's something going on at the church. Something going on with a friend. It's just always something, you know? But what you need to start doing is what I did. Start talking to successful people, and they will tell you about all the hell that they had to go through before they made it to the successful and wealthy place that they're in today. But they had to go through something. You got to go through something. The thing is the going through part. So you don't get to the hard part and stop. That's what many of you do. That's what many times what we do. We get to the hard part. Oh, we out now. We stop. You know, we stop. We stop in our relationships. We stop with our careers, our jobs. We stop with our businesses. We stop because we had a few challenges. Came up with a few challenges, and we couldn't. Why stop? Don't stop. Don't stop. Welcome. Welcome to everyone that's in the room.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for those that have joined us in the room. And I'm going to open it up for questioning. So all right. We're at the point of talking about reset. Welcome to Jeanette and Jadeep and everyone else that have joined us on YouTube, on Zoom, and on Facebook Live. And I made sure that the Zoom is private, so your faces won't be shown. You can take notes, and it's interactive. So winners have a vision. Winners have a vision. Winners have a plan. And
For
again,
sure.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm sorry. I think I heard someone. I think we're muted now. And we're going to stay muted until it's time for questions. And I want you to be ready with your questions and your comments because we're going to have that time. Let's see. Something is going on. I'm not really sure. Okay. We have someone waiting. So winners, and we talked about already what that means. Having a vision, winners have a plan. A vision is nothing but a plan. A vision board is nothing but a plan. So if you had a vision board, if you have a vision, then that's your plan. And again, it's not going to always be easy. But successful people, again, will tell you about all the hell that they had to go through just
For sure.
before they could even make it. They couldn't make it without going through something.
Preach.
I'm not sure who that is.
Yes, queen.
My name is JD. I'm fan young.
Okay, JD, I'm gonna put you on mute, and then we're gonna let you guys speak shortly.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you so much. So, talking about successful people, before they got to the success and wealthy place they are at today, they had to go through some discouraging time. And the most discouraging thing to you right now is having little or no results. And I know how painful that can be. You know, you got into this relationship, you started this business, and you got discouraged because what, you're getting little or no results. But it's time to maximize the results and reset. That's what every day is all about: resetting so your results can speak for you and speak for you. I'll say it again: your results will speak to you and speak for you.
You're giving me an orgasm.
So you won't have to, I don't know what that is. You won't have to worry about going through a, you won't have to worry about what you're going through. And kudos to those that are listening to me right now, and you've set goals for yourself. And with a goal, you get what you want. And without a goal, you just get what you get. And I believe that when you're really winning, oh my goodness, it's like you've got a breakthrough. And when you break through, it's like nothing can stop you. It's like, you know, you had all the fear in the world before you got to this point, and now that you're at this point, you feel like you're on top of the world. Now, I want you to think of a goal that you once set and you did not reach. Maybe you lost hope, or just gave up on something. Sometimes you just need a little encouragement just to get back up and in the game again. And Les Brown, which is he's a phenomenal motivational speaker. I love to listen to him. I listen to him several times a week. But he says that there are winners, and I quote, there are winners and there are losers. There are people who have not discovered how to win. All they need is a little help, a little coaching, a little assistance, a little support. Let me say that again. He says there's three types of people. There's winners, there's losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win. Those are the people that I'm talking to on today. You are a winner on the inside, but you just not haven't figured out the right path. You have not hit the gold mine to your path. You have not, gotten to the mountain, but you will get there. All you need is just a little help, a little coaching, a little assistance, a little support, new insight, some adjustment, or a new strategy that will give you access to the unlimited power that you have on the inside of you. And I want you to think about something that is important to you, something that is real to you, something that you want to achieve and that you want to do to give your life special meaning and power, something that will cause you to feel successful and adequate. Think about it. What is it? What you have achieved and accomplished so far is what you truly believed is subconsciously. But what you want to do is you now want to be aware that something on the inside of you is causing you to doubt. Did you know that? You didn't know that you did that, did you? Because I didn't know that I did that either. So many times we can trick ourselves out of the very thing, the very blessing that God has for us. You need to truly believe in yourself. And that where you are right now is the law of attraction is working. Things in life attaching itself to you because of what you truly have believed about yourself deep down on the inside. That's what's happening. That's what used to happen to me in my relationships. I'm telling you, from age 18 to 50, I had no problem. I still don't have a problem, but I have a problem accepting anything now. That's the difference, okay? But getting back to the story. I mean, turning down men left and right, always in a relationship, always in a relationship, and the law of attraction was on the inside of me because the same insecurities, the same fears, the doubts, the low self-worth, the low self-esteem that I had for myself, I had allowed people with that same mentality on the inside of them to attach themselves to me. Now, the difference between me and them was they were men, of course, and they had a little bit more problems going on in some areas than I did. Some areas that was detrimental, and so as I took the last it's been over 2 years, but I took 2 years, went about a year and a half and went through almost 2 years and going through my healing process, becoming more aware of who I am, what I had been through, why. This is where I realized that something deep down on inside of me was attracting this type of person, but more importantly, I was accepting. And most people operate based on what they've been through, what you grew up in, how you grew up, what you saw, what you've seen, what you've heard. You know, what's been done to you. See, our mind is limited. It's limited, and we have nothing else to draw on other than our own personal experiences. So what has been your personal experiences? This is why it's so important for us to read and watch videos and come to coaching, get a mentor, go to a class, a motivational speaking event, or something else that can open up our minds, some other experience or event, something that can ongoing that we can feed our minds and our eyes to knowing and seeing new things and new views on life. Then you'll see clearly where it is, where you want to go, and where it is, what you want to do. But be forewarned that these old experiences that you have behind you, they will come forward and tell you that you cannot do it. I mean, let me tell you, prime example. I mean, I'll give you an example, or my own personal example, and I'm sure you have your own. It'll tell you you're not worthy. It'll tell you you're not smart enough, you're not bright enough, you're not educated enough, you're not experienced enough. But you have to ignore all of these inner conversations that speak to it. You can't just sit there and be quiet. That's why I don't allow people to just say whatever around me or to me. No, you're not going to say that. No, I don't agree with that. No, that's not the way I believe. You have to speak up to yourself. You have to speak to these thoughts and these words and these things that happen to try to tell you that you're not experienced enough, that you're not good enough. You have to ignore and channel new insight, better insight, positivity. Speak to it and say to yourself that I want it and it is possible. You have to say that to yourself. What I want is it's possible. It's possible. What I want is possible. And you know, I have to say that to myself. Tell you a story. I was getting my first degree, and you know, I tell you, I was going through that, and it just seemed like I had moved my biological mom, moved her from Jersey to North Carolina with me, and I was going to school. My son was small; he was 4 years old at the time, and it was just like I was just like, this is just too much. It's like I'm taking care of two kids. You know, I was like, Lord, I ain't even have two kids at the same time, two little kids. You know, my oldest son, right, they're 14 years apart, my two sons. So that tells you right there. And so I said, Lord, I'm not used to taking care of two people at one time. But, you know, I would get up, get them both ready, get my son ready for school, get my mom ready for going to her center, you know, checking on them on my lunch break, making sure they're okay, picking them up, you know, getting them home, getting them dinner, making sure they're okay, making sure she gets her medicine, making sure my son gets his homework. And it just seemed like every day I was just so tired. I was so ready for the weekend to get here. Oh Lord, I didn't know what to do. Because one thing I knew I could do on the weekend was sleep in late. You know, and then I was in school, and we would have study groups, and they would come over. One of my accounting study group, they would come over to my house, and then my other groups, we had other meeting places, and sometimes you know, the enemy would just tell me, the enemy in me would tell me, it's just too much. You can't, why don't you just quit? You know, just, you done waited this long, it ain't worth it. You ain't gonna be able to do this. You know, you should have did this when you were, I mean, all these thoughts would come. And, you know, I had to sit there and tell myself, I have not come this far to give up now. You know, and I had to withdraw out of a couple of classes and and then retake them and all of that. But guess what? I still graduated with my degree. I pressed through. I stayed around people that inspired me and encouraged me and told me, girl, you can do it. Girl, you can make it. Don't you give up. You're going to do this. It was time to order cap and gown. It was time to order this. And it was time to get ready for graduation. And I graduated. But most people get stuck when something like this happens. Something to try to stop them, and then they start accepting the lie. And this is just how it's going to be. It's always something. This is never going to be that way for me. I ain't going to never be able to break through. But you can break through the barriers. Have you ever heard of Roger Banneker in the 30s? Before he came along, it was believed, and this is a great story, it was a universal belief that no human being could break through the barriers and run a mile in less than 4 minutes. I mean, so many people tried. I mean, they tried and tried and tried and tried. Why can't this be done? Well, everybody thought it couldn't be done because nobody had ever done it. And they said, so many people had tried and failed. So since tens of thousands of people had tried and they couldn't do it, it just couldn't be done. But since that time, tens of thousands of people have done it. Why? Because Roger Banneker did it, and because it had been done, it gave thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, to believe that it could be done. All you've got to do is see that somebody else did it. That it can be done. Many have gone before you. So, if someone has done it, then you can do it. If someone else has done it, you can do it. Matter of fact, you probably could do it better. Embrace that it is possible. You got to tell yourself it is possible. It's possible. I can take a trip. I can start a business. I can travel around the world. I can reinvent myself. Things can get better for me. It is possible. You've got to tell yourself it is possible. Tell you about this story. 2 men went looking for a job. I heard this story. And they both faced rejection and disappointment every day. They went out. Oh, they just was rejected. They was getting turned down. They both was looking for the job, and they both grew weary. Then so one day, one stopped going to interviews. He started sitting and laying around on the couch, drinking beer, talking to his other negative, do-nothing friends. You got some of them? Negative, do-nothing friends. They telling you about how what you trying to do not gonna work, how what you trying to do is impossible, but they not trying to do nothing. Now, why would we listen to them? But we do. So he was the first one there. As far as the other guy, I'll tell you about the other guy. He kept on networking and kept on looking. He kept on going, and he was told over and again, you're overqualified. No matter what happened, he just kept going. And sometimes that's what we have to do. You have to just keep going. Just keep going. Remember that on Finding Nemo, the little blue fish. What was her name? She said, just keep going, just keep going. They were trying to push that net down, push it, and it seemed impossible. And they worked together and they worked with what they got. And they just kept going, just keep going. Sometimes you just got to keep going. I'm talking to somebody on tonight. Do not give up. Keep going. This man, he did not stop. So one day he went to a place and he was just like, look, I know you won't hire me, but look, I don't want to sit around the house anymore, not just not doing nothing. Just let me at least do some volunteer work. I just want to be busy. So they let him in, and he was coming in early, the first one there, the last one to leave. He was the best employee there. They pay volunteers, by the way. I mean, you don't get as much as a regular paying job, but you can get a little something. And so one day the vice president left, retired, went somewhere, and guess who they end up hiring? They were so impressed with this guy being this great volunteer, doing so much, learning the business, helping things operate. making sure things ran smooth, putting things in order. See, he was in the position and he was well qualified. God will allow things to come your way, and that's the message I keep hearing on tonight. If you just keep on pressing, if you just don't give up, if you just keep on pressing, keep on pushing, just keep going, guess what? Things are going to line up and come your way. And he felt that in spite of all the rejection and all the opposition, that it was possible that someone somewhere would eventually give him a job out there. And that's what you've got to believe. That's what you and I've got to believe. You've got to believe that somewhere out there, the clients are going to come. The customers are going to come. The money is going to come. The opportunity is going to come. It is going to come. And many times, you want to give up. I remember one day I had been in customer service for years. Anybody know me? I've been in customer. I worked customer service for most of my adult life. Until I got tired of all the downsizing. Then if it wasn't getting downsized, I was getting fired. And if it wasn't getting fired, it was office closing. And but I said this is all I know. This is all I know how to do. So what am I going to do? Because this is for the birds. I was like, this is just crazy. So somebody said, well, why don't you go into business for yourself? And I said, I don't know anything about having my own business. Not nothing. And you know what they said to me? Well, the most successful business folks didn't either. I'm talking about the men who started KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm talking about the man that started Apple, the man that started Walmart. I mean, these people, they didn't just wake up and knew what to do. They had to try stuff, fail, and keep going. And I got another note up here that I want to share with you. Successful. That's my little dog, Scooby. It's okay. He's barking. He ain't but 2.5 pounds. But now, if somebody come near the door, he barking. I don't know what he gonna do, but he barking. So anyway, successful people fail a whole lot more than they succeed. Get back up. Get back up. Successful people fail a whole lot more than they succeed. Get back up. You got to get through all the no's and all the rejection. You got to get through all the sour moments until you reach your destiny, because guess what? It will come. If you just keep pushing, if you just keep striving, if you don't give up, it is going to come. And look, I didn't have the money or resources. I didn't know anything about running a business. I didn't even have the support. Still don't have the support that I want, because that's another thing. You're not going to ever get the support that you want. But people kept telling me, you can do this. So I started telling everybody I was going into business, and some were like, yeah, you know, that girl with those failed marriages, and she was a victim of domestic violence. She was supposed to be a woman of God, and she allowed that to happen to her. Yeah, she used to move every year. She probably got evicted all them times. Yeah, her. And she's still at it, talking about don't give up, reset. Yes, don't give up, reset. But I'm telling you, don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about what people say. Don't talk about all the bad stuff that happened in your life. Don't keep talking about the bad stuff in your past, because the more you talk about it and the more you repeat about what negativity is going on and what people are saying against you and what they not supporting this, and the more you talk about it, the more that stuff is going to stick around and keep happening. Just keep moving. Just keep going. Tell yourself, just keep going. So don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't ever feel sorry. Don't keep talking about stuff unless you want the stuff to keep happening to you. Now, you didn't know that, did you? That's why when my day is over, I get in a quiet place. I don't talk about nothing. I meditate and I regroup and I refocus. So I kept on going. And all the people that didn't support me and said to me, I found out that some of them had said yes to someone in the business and somebody else that was doing the same business I asked them to do. And I was shocked. And I was thinking to myself, now that was just low down. Now what is going on? Now, I ain't say nothing to them, but I was just thinking, wow, well, what did I not say it in the right tone of voice? Or, did I not have the right outfit on that day? Or they didn't have to do that. That's what I was thinking. Shoot, why did they go in business with me? And then I had some people contact me just to let me know that they couldn't support me or they wouldn't support me or they chose to support somebody else or what have you. And I was like, now they just messing around. They just trying to mess with me now. That ain't right. That's what I was thinking. But this will happen to you too. This will happen. There are some people that are anointed by the enemy to just mess with you. There are some people who believe it's their job just in their business to just stop you from living your dream. They just want to stop on everything that you trying to do. They don't, long as you little and you ain't got nothing going on and you miserable, they happy. Some people like that. It's some people like that. If you've been struggling, if you've been trying to get your feet off the ground and get this business going and do what you need to do to get your life in order, and it's been challenging, trust me, there's somebody around that's against you, that's hating on you, that's trying, they want to stop you from living out your dream. But you know what? I didn't focus on that, and I still don't. I just kept focusing on what I'm supposed to do, keep on working. Then I was in a business meeting. All these people was presenting and talking about what big money they had made in their business. And some of them sound like they was trying to put us down. The ones that ain't successful, that wasn't successful yet. And I was like, okay, well, that ain't right. Yeah. Now, right there, some of you would have said, oh, I ain't signed up for this crap. I'm quitting. You would have been like, I'm out. I ain't coming for all that. But you know what? We need challenges. Instead of doing all that, talking about I quit, I sat down, I took a mental break, I prayed about it, and I said, now, God, I've been going at this for some time now. What is it that you want me to do? What is it that I'm missing? I'm trying to do what they telling me to do, but it ain't working. So it came to me to go back to my story, to tell my story. See, being in business is not just about making money. Really, that's not the core of it. If you're in business just to make money, you might as well get out of business. The main reason you should be in business is to help somebody. So I began to share my story, and I reinvented the wheel. And I said, I'm gonna try it like this. And in 2 weeks, I had recruited 3 people in a part of my business, one of who got a state license, and I did over $500 in sales in another part of my business, and I did over $1,500 in sales in another part of my business just that quick. Just in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, and you know what? And you can keep doing that over and over and over. All it takes you to do, see it happen is one time. So you've got to be willing, though, to stay focused. That's the whole thing. And I know I'm talking to the women right now. As women, it is hard. It's hard. You got to stay focused. You got to stay creative. You got to be relentless, because things will happen. Things will come up all the time and happen to make you want to give up on your dreams. So it doesn't mean that it will be easy. We got a saying My bishop, I believe, was the one who said it. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. There's no comfort in building. When you see the men out there, you know, the construction workers, there are some women construction workers too. You see the construction workers out there building, or they doing the dirt, the road work and all that. That ain't easy. They get dirty. It get dirty, it get grimy, it get hot, it get cold, it get hard. You know? Sometimes they feel like taking a break, stopping, not doing this right now. We all go through that because you're building. And you ever heard of Murphy's Law? Murphy's Law. You need to look that up. Because he waiting on some of y'all. As soon as we get off this call, as soon as we get off this, he waiting on you. He waiting on you to step in that parking lot for after work. He waiting for you when you get to work. He waiting for you when you get home. He waiting. When you have no idea, we ain't gonna stay on that. That's when you have to talk to yourself. So you got to come up with a plan. What's the vision? What's the plan? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? So, and when you have that idea, you want to move on, then, you know, it's okay if you don't have the experience. You might not have the experience. You might not have the money. You might not have the education or the support or the resources that you need, but you need to say something to yourself that will keep you going and working towards your dream. And this is something that my good motivational speaker, Les Brown, said. The secret to our dreams, and you have to say it to yourself, is it is possible. Come on, you got to say it. It is possible. You got to say it to yourself. And it's not just possible because I'm telling you to say it's possible. It ain't just possible because you said it's possible. It's possible because there are millions of successful and wealthy people who have come into the possible. And some of them had much worse challenges starting out and problems than you do. Some of them went hungry, lived in cars, lived in horrid conditions, horrible. Even were the victims of violence and abuse, yet they held on to telling themselves, I'm coming out of this. It is possible. Living a better life is possible. Not only is it possible, because of all the examples from all the other people that we can read about and see on TV and YouTube and all over the place in life, in business, in government, millionaires all around the world. All these examples of ones who have gone before us, before you, and it became possible for them. But more importantly, because God told us that all things are possible if we just believe. But that's the thing, you must believe. If you stop believing in yourself on today, I'm going to encourage you to start believing in yourself again. So these are the three things I want you to take away from today's motivational session. And I really pray and hope that it has blessed you. And that is, set a goal. Number one, set a goal. Number two, say it is possible. And then number three, believe. All right. Number one, set a goal. Number two, say it is possible. Number three, believe. Well, I am V. Michelle, and it has been my honor. It's been a blessing for me to be able to share with you on tonight. And I'm just going to encourage you to join me again. I'll put it out there. I want to be sharing with you more often. And you can visit me and some of the other things that I've already shared. And you can replay this video on my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Type bit.ly/The Michelle Channel. That's VMASHELL channel. bit.ly/The Michelle Channel. Listen, I'm rooting for you. I'm in your corner. I am your cheerleader. I am believing in you. I will not give up on you. And don't you give up on yourself. Love God, yourself, and then others. Let's go get it. Let's get it done. And until we see each other again, have a wonderful, blessed night. All right.